Hey guys, former film student back with another episode of 31 Nights, 31 Frights. Today we're on episode 13 and discussing a classic of 70s horror, that being The Wicker Man. So The Wicker Man was released in 1974, and if you've seen 2019's Midsummer, which is one of my personal favorite horror films of the decade, as well as just being one of my favorite films of last year, then while watching this movie, it's easy to spot where director Ari Aster got a lot of his influences from, especially on the visual side. The film's premise is quite simple. A police officer goes to investigate an island where a young girl was reported missing. Once there, he finds a lot more than he bargained for, but most of all, a group of pagan-worshipping cultists led by the late Christopher Lee. This movie is a masterclass in unsettling atmosphere. From the moment the officer arrives on the island, you just get a sense that things are off. The film, very much like Midsummer, chooses to sort of lull you into a false sense of complacency by having a majority of the scenes take place during the daytime. But it's that very same decision that makes the film so creepy and unsettling. The horror doesn't just come from something lurking in the shadows, but from what humanity is capable of in broad daylight. Although I mentioned this film is very similar to Midsummer in a lot of ways and clearly influenced it a lot, there's definitely a lot of differences. For starters, while Midsummer is sort of a breakup film dressed up in the outfit of horror, The Wicker Man is a film that deals heavily with themes of religion and how unsanctioned devotion can lead to very horrific events. The police officer in the film clashes heavily with the islanders in this film, as he himself is a proclaimed man of God, while the islanders dedicate themselves to paganism. What makes the film even more terrifying is just how ordinary all of the characters in the film view the events taking place. There is also a lot of sexual undertones in this film, from the statues and symbols throughout the film to what they teach their young children in classrooms. This movie does a lot of things right, from the dreamlike cinematography and production design to the pacing to the strong direction and great performances. The film does drag on a bit towards the end of the second act, and there's an odd musical choice in the final act that really caught me off guard, but The Wicker Man is still a fantastic movie from start to finish, with strong technical aspects and a visual style that really separates itself from other horror films. The third act of this movie is also one of the most thrilling and terrifying finishes to any horror film I've seen. I can't think of a better film for Ari Aster to have pulled from than this one. I can't recommend this movie enough, especially if you're a fan of Midsummer. Well, that is all for today, guys. Let me know if you've seen The Wicker Man and what your thoughts are on it in the comments down below. I do highly recommend this movie if you haven't seen it. Make sure to watch the original from 1974 and not the Nicolas Cage remake from 2006. If you watch it and hate it, I do apologize. I do enjoy it a lot, so I hope you guys do as well. And as always, if you liked the video, make sure to click the like button, subscribe to me if you want to hear more from me, and click the little bell notification so you get notified when I post new videos. As always, I will see you guys on the next episode.